protagonist in the song Harbinger. He meets a girl, and it's about sort of the very beginning of when you meet somebody. Sometimes you have this doubt, or you wonder if something's going to come in and change the dynamic and make the relationship not go well. And that's what a harbinger is. It's a signal. But the guy, he's so hopeful about the relationship that he has enough hope to last himself centuries. He's just such a hopeful guy. So that's where Hope for Centuries comes from.
You have hope for centuries.
Well, Philly is a great town. It's a long musical history, and it seemed like the right place to make this record. You know, I have some friends that we wanted to make it with. Ross lives there, the guitar player, and Devin, our producer, lives in Brooklyn. It was an easy trek for him to come down to Philadelphia. And Matt Muir, the recording engineer, he lives there and is the studio head there. So it seemed like it made a lot of sense. I also wanted to get out of Europe to make the record. I wanted us, you know, Sven and Freddi and me, to be able to get out of Germany, just to get out of our environments almost, so we could focus 100% on making a record. And so I think it was a good choice. It sure was a lot of fun making it there.
And we tell ourselves alone is a better way to roam, living on a runway.
The Heavens Above, that was a serious production record where I often recorded the tracks and then we would go into the studio and layer everything on top of that. But this one was really a live record, essentially. We all cut at the same time. We sometimes used the beginning of one take and the end of another take, but we were all playing together, and that's the beauty of it. It's a different kind of record for sure. I think it has a much better band feel. It feels more cohesive.
Love comes in, love can go away. These tears will fade. You felt the joy.
I've known Devin for quite a while, and it's a funny little story that when I first started wanting to work with Devin, he was really, really busy. He was working with Amos Lee, then he was producing this other person, then he was doing this other project. And I was getting ready to make Heavens Above, and I was in a bar in Philadelphia, the Tin Angel, and I ran into him, and I said, jokingly, I said, hey dude, you want to make a record? And he's like, yeah, I'll make a record. I was like, nah, you're just joking. So the next day I called him up, and I said, dude, were you serious about wanting to make a record? He said, absolutely. Devin has a sensibility. He gets what I do. He hears my songs. He hears my voices and the moods that I'm trying to create. And I can trust him. And I've worked with a lot of producers that I can't really get that feeling from. He's absolutely the best person I've worked with.
We are on the run, feeling so unsure. We don't care if it's love in the dirt.
I think the songs that stand out for me, I look at a song like Broken Vows. It's an old Irish poem that was translated from Old Irish into English. And I don't like to sit around and read poems, but when I read this, I thought it was just gorgeous.
It was late last night and the dog was speaking of you. The snipe was speaking of you in a deep marsh. It is you, the lonely bird through the woods, and that you may be without a mate until you find me.
So I put music to it. So it's a special song for me because I've never done that before. Roman and Michael is sort of my sent up to like a Bruce Springsteen kind of model. It's a true story. It's two old friends of mine who both died of AIDS back in the early 80s. First of all, Michael died, and he died. They didn't even know what HIV and AIDS were. They didn't know why he died. And then when Roman died, they diagnosed him with having HIV 2 weeks before he died. And he'd been sick for years. And this is a song that tells that story but also from a perspective of living in the South, in the deep South where they came from. It also talks about how little our government has, really, really done to support this and eradicate this and invest in curing this curable disease, I believe. So it's a special song. It means a lot to me, and it's sort of an anthem. Well, first of all, Blue Rose Records, a German label that we've been on for years and years. I've been with Blue Rose since 1997. A great label, great head of the label, we're great friends. I still have 2 projects with the label. It seemed like I couldn't go anywhere else. I seemed like I was staying at the same level, and what I really want to do is I want to meet some new people. I want to sing for more people and try to reach out and say hi to more fans of music in general. And there's a bias in the industry from the radio world and the press world about some of the Blue Rose because it's an Americana label. I think I've always been the oddball on the label. So I think it's worth a try to see if we can find a new home for the record. Try to find some new fans. Try to stretch out.
And love is the blessing we all should know. Love is more.
I think it's working pretty well. I mean, I love the idea that we're all coming from different influences. All the players are coming from a different, not just physical place, but an emotional place, a spiritual place. And so when we get together, there's a lot of different energies that come together and create our sound. The only problem with it is that we can't get together enough. But we get together and do tours and make records. But that's what we do as musicians. We travel, so that's just part of the deal.
Where you wanna go? Sing, sing, sing how you wanna feel. Sing, sing, sing what you wanna do. Sing, sing, sing how you gonna know. Sing, sing, sing. Every day when the sun goes down, I'm gonna burn this black heart to the ground. Take a ride into outer space, put the sun back in my face.